you're all feeling good today. Thanks so much for tuning in for our 10-minute workout. If you're new to me, my name's Sophie from sofiejayne.com. Pleasure having you here. Today we're going to be working for 10 minutes, really targeting your glutes, hamstrings and thighs. As always, I'm doing all the timing, so you just follow along with me. I've chose not to put any music in today's video, so if you'd like to play your own tunes in the background, feel free to have your own tunes on. No equipment is needed for this one. It's a toughie, so be prepared. Again though, I'll always offer modifications and progressions, so you can always take it to a level which works for you. Thanks again for showing up. Let's begin laying on our backs with some hip bridges to warm up your glutes. Bringing yourself down onto the floor, have the arms anchored down by the side and open your feet so they're as wide as your hips. Nice deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale, I want you to scoot the tailbone up and ripple and roll up your spine, finding a nice solid hip bridge. Let's talk about technique one moment. In this position, have a glance down. Make sure that your knees are as wide as your hips rather than caving in or out. And you have a nice lengthened spine and closed rib cage rather than popping the ribs up. This is the position we always want to come back to. We take our hips down and exhale, lift, down and up. That's all we're doing, guys, for one whole minute. I've got my eyes on the time. Every time you go through, can you focus on finding a really deep contraction? So even though I'm here telling you what to do, it's really up to you now to put that work in, find that strong squeeze in the glutes, and focus on driving the heels down towards the floor. I know that you can do it because you've shown up for a reason and you've searched for this specific glute video for a reason. So I know you love those Barre and Pilates inspired moves, but you know you've got to commit and got to put the work in. Trust me, those 10 minutes will fly by and at the end you'll be feeling awesome for it. So let's make sure we stick in there. Okay, on the timing we have 15 more seconds. At the very end, I'll let you know, we're gonna keep those hips up and we'll hold our hip bridge. Okay, we are there in 3, 2, hold the hip bridge all the way up. Take a mini contraction. Now add your breath, mini exhale as you squeeze those glutes up. If you'd like to advance, let's reach the arms all the way up towards the ceiling, rotate the palms into you, make sure your ribs are still closed, and you should start to feel those glutes burning now, holy moly. Okay, you want to squeeze them as tight as possible. Know the harder you work now, the stronger your body will feel and the more powerful you will be feeling after session. Exercise, guys, releases those feel-good endorphins, so even if you can only join in for 10 minutes today, and this is your one piece of movement today, it's better than doing nothing, so be proud of yourself for that. We've got 15 more seconds before our final variety with both feet on the floor. Okay, that final variety is coming up. As you lower the hips down, let the knees cave in. As you lift the hips, open the legs and bring the knees slightly wider. So lower and lift, down and up. And as we go through this one, you may notice that the inside edges of the feet lift up away from the mat as you press those knees out to the side. Right now, that's okay for them allowing to lift because you're finding that work in the outer glute. And really try to feel some resistance on the outside of the thighs. You can even, for a few of them, bring your hands down and then push your thighs into your hands as you lift up and open. Yeah, really engaging and activating the glutes for the work that we've got to come. We are in this move, guys, just for 15 more seconds. So still find that height, find that full contraction. You've got it, you're doing really good. 3, 2, 1, and release down. Lower the hands down. Bringing the knees in and just take a small rock. Feel that stretch in the glutes. We'll focus on the right side now. Bring the right foot down towards the floor. Make sure it's close to the midline of the body. And the left leg comes in your tabletop position. Knees in line with the hip, ankles in line with the knee. Push the right heel down and lift into your single leg hip bridge. Again, let's take a moment to check our technique, making sure that the left hip is still up rather than dropping out to the side. Holding our single leg bridge, point through the left toes. We extend the left leg up and bend through the knee. Lift and lower. If, guys, you're feeling really tight in your hip flexors or your hamstrings and struggling to find this full extension in the leg, you may just take a small bend, okay? So know that small bend is somewhere you can go. If you'd like to advance this to the next option, once again, bringing the arms up, make sure the shoulders are anchored down and your rib cage is closed as we go through the lengthen and bend. We have another 30 seconds before we add a mini exhale and lift for the right glute. Yeah, I feel it too. And again, I'm really working, I'm reminding myself right now to contract the right glute to keep me lifting up there. Really try to make sure the whole of the right foot's in contact with the floor. 5 more seconds before our tiny pulses. Okay, hold that left leg up now and just a mini exhale. Think of pointing that left toe up towards the ceiling. If you need to bring the hands down at any point, you can bring the hands down. 5 more seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1. Lower the arms, lower the left foot, lower all the way down. Knees into the chest, quick rock and roll. Rolling ourselves up, spin around onto an all fours position. We continue working into the right glute. Knees as wide as the hips, lower the left forearm down and open the right arm to the side slightly so it's boxed out. You extend the right leg directly behind you, point through the toe, lift the leg up towards hip height, and then open the right hip forwards. That's it. The leg's lengthened, and then we go with a tiny pulse. Mini exhale as we lift. This is our last move on the right side before we do it all on the left. So the lift is coming really from the outer glute. Even though my toes pointed, I'm trying not to hold tension in the glute. Thinking of lifting up and out of the left shoulder. And again, just focusing into my outer butt cheek. And my leg feels really heavy. Yep, I feel it too. It feels heavy and I'm really having to tune in, breathe, focus, and lift. If you do need a break throughout, you take a break and pick back up. Otherwise, we're here just for like momentarily longer than 10 seconds. I'm not even quite sure if that's a saying, but I'm going with it. Last little section, guys. 3, 2, 1, and releasing down. Just change into a quick child's pose. Give those glutes a small rock from side to side. Rolling yourself up, drop onto the hip, swing the legs around, and let's scoot ourselves forward. Make sure the legs are close together. Rolling it down your mat. Anchor the arms down by the sides. We bring your right leg into your tabletop position, press through the arms, lift up. Again, check your technique. Knee in line with the hip, ankle in line with the knee. Make sure the right hip's not falling down. We begin our 1 minute. Lengthen and bend through that right leg. And again, really focus on pushing the left heel down into the floor so you're really helping fire up the glutes and the hamstrings. If you need to take a reduced lengthen and bend in the right leg, you can. If you wanted to progress the arms, we bring the arms up away from the floor, but make sure both shoulders stay heavy down into your mat. And you may notice one other thing is that one side is slightly stronger than the other side. My left side is weaker and it's really screaming at me right now. And I'm aware of this, and I often do a few more reps on my left side. I'll always work both sides, but I'm not doing a few more now because it's timed. Just in my own time, I'll do a few more on the left. So always just notice those imbalances and be aware of it. Okay, final 3 seconds. Holding that right leg up, and it's our 15 seconds of mini pulses. If that right leg's straight, can you really lengthen it through? If you need to bring those arms back down to the floor for extra support, you can do. In 3, 2, 1, lower the right foot, lower the seat. Oh my gosh, knees into the chest, take your small rock from side to side. Ripple and roll yourself up. Let's go back to our all fours and do the left outer glute. All fours position, hands into the shoulders, knees under the hips, lower the right forearm down, open the left arm out and box it out to the side. Point the left leg directly behind you, belly button to spine, lift the left leg up and then open the hips, open the chest round, and our tiny pulses working into the outer glute. Can we still think of as much length as you can from the front of the body? Really nice, guys. And again, even though I'm pointing through my left toe and trying to avoid holding too much tension so the foot cramps, and I'm really focusing on the lift, if I can keep my balance here, from the outside of my left bum cheek. Just past your halfway mark, this was the last move. See, 10 minutes flies by when you're having fun. So make sure when you do finish, guys, give the video a thumbs up if you like, and if you are new to my channel, subscribe for future workouts. If you've got more time, I'd love you to browse through as well, because there's other 10 minutes there waiting for you right now. Okay, final seconds. 3, 2, 1, and release down. Toes together, knees out, hinge back, find your child's pose. Just take a couple of breaths and give the hips a quick shimmy from side to side. So press into one side, over to the other side. Bringing yourself up. Absolutely awesome job then, guys. Round of applause. I've popped all the links below so you can check me out on sofiejayne.com. I've got a brand new 2-week home workout guide up there, and of course on Instagram at Sofie_Jayne. I do have a lower body stretch out on YouTube now, so again you can always tune in for that. Otherwise, well done, and yeah, I really hope to see you again for another workout. Thank you.